Hey, listen up, because today we're diving headfirst into the NFL's basement, the absolute dumpster fire franchises. We're talking about the teams that make your Uncle Frank cry into his lukewarm beer every Sunday. These are the squads that make you question the very meaning of fandom. Buckle up, Buttercup, because this is going to be a wild ride. First up, we got the Cleveland Browns, a team so consistently bad they've become synonymous with losing. We're talking about a franchise that makes the Lions look like the Patriots dynasty. I mean, these guys went 0-16 for the love of God. You couldn't script that level of ineptitude if you tried. They've had more head coaches than winning seasons in the last 2 decades. And the quarterbacks, don't even get me started on the quarterbacks. It's like they're allergic to finding a decent signal caller. But hey, at least they have those helmets, I guess. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Even their helmets can't save them from the abyss of despair that is their existence. Look, I respect the loyalty of Browns fans, I really do. But at some point, you gotta wonder if it's all just Stockholm Syndrome. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions, a team that's perfected the art of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. These guys are the kings of the moral victory, the emperors of the almost had it. They're like that friend who always has a great business idea but can never quite get it off the ground. They've got Barry Sanders, one of the most electrifying running backs of all time, and they still couldn't win a damn thing. They draft Calvin Johnson, Megatron himself, and what happens? More heartbreak. It's almost impressive how consistently they find ways to disappoint their fans. And don't even get me started on the whole Thanksgiving Day tradition. They're like that friend who always has a sob story and you want to be sympathetic, but after a while you're just like, dude, maybe you're the problem. All right, let's talk about the New York Jets, a team that's about as far from gangrene as you can get. These days, they're more like gang gloomy, or maybe gang grounded. They've been trying to recapture the magic of Joe Namath and the Super Bowl III win. But it's like they're lost in the woods with a broken compass. They've had more quarterback controversies than playoff wins in recent memory. And the coaching carousel? Don't even get me started. They play in the media capital of the world. But they might as well be located in Siberia for all the attention they get. And when they do make headlines, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. They're like that friend who's always the butt of the joke and you feel bad for them, but also you kind of secretly enjoy it. Now let's head down south to the land of sunshine and disappointment, where the Jacksonville Jaguars reside. These guys are like a roller coaster that only goes down, and the only thrill you get is from the sheer terror of it all. They've got all the pieces, a decent quarterback, some talented players on both sides of the ball, and yet they still find a way to screw it up. They had that one magical run back in 2017 where they almost made it to the Super Bowl, and then poof! It's like they were Cinderella and the clock struck midnight. Actually, scratch that, they turned back into a rotten pumpkin. And let's not forget about their stadium situation. They literally play games in London, which is great for their international fan base, but it's got to be tough on the players and the fans back home. You want to root for them, but you're also secretly glad you're not in their shoes. Last but not least, we got the Arizona Cardinals, a team that's been around since the dawn of time, but has done about as much as your average houseplant. They've got a long and storied history, most of which involves finding new and creative ways to lose football games. They've got the longest championship drought in the league, which is a record that's almost impressive in its own sad, depressing way. It's like they're stuck in a time warp. And the last time they won a championship, people were still riding horses to work. They've had some flashes of brilliance over the years, but they're like a shooting star. Here 1 minute, gone the next. And just when you think they might be turning things around, bam, they suck you back into their vortex of despair. So there you have it, folks. The 5 teams that make you want to tear your hair out and scream at the heavens. These are the franchises that test the limits of your fandom, the teams that make you question your sanity. But hey, that's the beauty of the NFL, right? Every year, there's always hope, even for the most hapless of squads. Except for the Jets. I'm not sure there's hope for the Jets. Until next time, stay beautiful, but maybe not if you're a fan of one of these teams.